I looked for Ina on this deck, and I found her. She is sitting right there. Before we go anywhere, you need to see this. This is my time travel ring. The stone is a compressed fold of space. I know how that sounds. The gears on the band set the destination. You press the stone, and you go. This board is empty right now. Every place I travel to, I bring this Polaroid, and I pin the photo right here when I get back. Today, I am going to the RMS Titanic, April 1912. Turn the band until the year clicks, 1912, 3 clicks. Then I set it back to April 10th, departure day. I want the full experience from the very beginning. Feel that last click? Stone goes bright when it locks. That means it's ready. Third class, 1912, cream linen blouse, wool cardigan because the North Atlantic in April is freezing. Navy skirt to the floor, leather belt, cross pendant, everything authentic or it is immediately obvious. I am getting changed now. Okay, dressed, ring calibrated, Polaroid in my pocket, April 10th, 1912, third class, here we go. That is the RMS Titanic. She is 882 feet long. She is the largest ship ever built. She leaves in 2 hours. I can see first-class passengers arriving in private cars, while emigrants are dragging everything they own in paper bundles. Same ship, completely different world. I am somewhere in the middle with one bag. Third-class ticket, £7 and 15 shillings. That is roughly £800 in today's money. A first-class suite is £830 in 1912 money, about £100,000 today. Same ship. I cannot stress this enough. I have £7 and I have no regrets about this.
Watch your step there, missus. The board's wet.
I am on the gangway and the hull is right there. The steel plates are each about an inch thick and they are held together by 3 million steel rivets. And it is all I can think about. 3 million on one ship.
Third class, straight on, second corridor left, miss. Welcome aboard.
Oh, okay. It smells like fresh paint, new carpet, coal smoke, and something metallic I cannot identify. It is an extremely specific combination. The electric light bulbs are a big deal, by the way. Most ships in 1912 still use gas. The steward is moving very fast, and I am trying to look at everything simultaneously. The electric lights are a big deal. Most ships in 1912 still use gas. The Titanic is completely electric. That is genuinely impressive. This is my cabin. It is small. It is mine. There are actual sheets on the bunk, which for third class in 1912 is genuinely remarkable. Most immigrants at this time crossed on ships with open dormitories and no private walls. The Titanic gave everyone their own cabin. That is actually revolutionary for 1912. We are moving. I can feel it through the wall right now. Somewhere up on deck, Southampton is sliding away. And for almost everyone in third class on this ship, that is the last time they will see England. Is genuinely hard to sit with. This is the third class general room. It is already completely alive. There's an accordion. There are children everywhere. I can hear English, Irish, Swedish, Italian, and 2 languages I cannot identify. There are people from over 30 nations on this ship, and they are all in this room right now. These are my people for this trip. Aino from Finland on my left, Seamus from Core on my right. I asked them where they are going. I have $100 and I will be a seamstress.
New York first, then Chicago. My brother has work for me on the docks.
Everyone on this ship has a plan, a specific place and a specific person waiting. I find that genuinely moving and I am trying not to show it. They are clearing the tables for a dance. It is happening right now. Someone just produced a fiddle from somewhere. I do not know where they were keeping it. I think I am about to participate in a 1912 third class dance, whether I plan to or not.
Chemmer, are you dancing?
I am going in. Now it is time for lunch. I am starving. Third class dining, white Star Line crockery, roast beef with gravy. Let us see. Oh, that is actually good. Ina said she was not expecting real food. What were you expecting?
Gray.
The White Star Line has significantly exceeded the gray expectation. Third class meals are 3 courses a day, better than most passengers eat. Third class gets its own open deck at the stern. It is smaller than first class, but the ocean is exactly the same ocean. Look at the wake, 46,000 tons. The Titanic is running at around 22 knots. Nothing but Atlantic. For days. It is extraordinary. I have been trying to find my cabin for 7 minutes. Every corridor looks exactly the same. Wood paneling, glass skulls, numbered doors. The Titanic has 10 decks and over 840 feet of corridors, and I have been in approximately 100 of them. A steward has just found me. Thank God for that. There are actual locked iron gates between the class sections on this ship. Third class passengers cannot access second class. It is also partly for immigration. The U.S. required health inspections at Ellis Island, and keeping classes separate simplified the process. But still, locked gates on a ship. It is late. The cabin is very quiet, and I have just realized how far below the waterline I am. You can feel the engines through the wall, the propellers, the boilers, all of it. Directly through the hole, I am in a small room currently surrounded by the North Atlantic, and I find that not frightening exactly, but very, very real. The stern deck at night, no land, no other ships, no light anywhere. There is no light pollution in 1912 anywhere, and the sky looks like that. I cannot describe it properly.
Good night, love.
Good night, Seamus. Every place I travel to, I bring this, one photo, pins to the board when I get back, and this sky deserves a photo. Hold on. There it is. April 11, 1912. That one is going on the board, right in the middle. April 11th, we just left Queentown, the last land any of us will see. Let me tell you what we are actually on. 46,000 gross tons, 26 months to build in Belfast, 29 boilers, 3 propellers. She can carry over 3,500 people. She has a swimming pool, a squash court, a turkey, and I am in third class going for breakfast. The breakfast will be excellent. By April 14th, the Titanic's wireless operators will have received at least 6 separate ice warnings from other ships in the area. Captain Smith knows about the ice. The officers know about the ice. The ship was traveling at approximately 22 knots when it hit. 6 warnings. I want you to hold on to that. I keep coming back to this gate. I stole a first-class outfit. Yes, I know. Sue me. I knew I would probably need this at some point. The question is whether the outfit is convincing enough. It is a very good outfit. I think it might be. I want to be completely honest about this. I feel really bad for stealing this, but I gotta go to first class. Charcoal wool jacket, silk lace collar blouse. Hat is doing a lot of work here. I am gonna first class tomorrow morning, and I am either gonna walk straight through or I'm gonna be immediately removed. There is no middle outcome. Good morning from my third class cabin where I am dressed as a first class passenger. The contrast in this room right now is significant. The hat is doing most of the work. I look like I belong somewhere that costs 100,000 pounds. I am in a first-class corridor. The carpet feels so thick. White painted wood panel walls, brass electric sconets with frosted glass. But I've been walking on linoleum for 3 days. This is completely different, and nobody has looked at me twice. The first-class reception room. I am sitting in this armchair, and it is the most comfortable thing I have sat on in 4 days. No crew member has spoken to me. Everyone in this room is assuming I belong here. The outfit is doing the work I hoped for. I need a moment in this chair. The first-class enclosered promenade deck, large windows onto the Atlantic, polished wood floor, completely sheltered from the weather. Third class gets the open stern deck, exposed to the full North Atlantic weather, which is fine, but this is the same ocean through glass with wood under your feet instead of steel. That is the difference. The first-class dining saloon, largest dining room afloat, seats 554.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Table for one. This way, please.
That worked. I am being seated. The ceiling alone. The ceiling is hand-carved white plaster. I am having lunch here. This is happening. I'm going to read you the first-class lunch menu. Consume salmon, chicken liarmoni, lamb with mint sauce, roast beef, asparagus vinaigrette, cold buffet, fruit, cheese, dessert.
American?
Yes, sir. That is 11 courses for lunch. I had rice soup this morning in third class, and it was okay, but 11 courses on the same ship. The first-class smoking room, technically a male space by 1912 convention. I walked in, and nobody is saying anything. Inlaid mahogany, stained glass, leather armchairs, mother-of-pearl inlay, and a card game that has been going since before I got here. The stained glass shows ports of call, Southampton, New York. I am staying. The first-class lounge, Louis Quain style, carved gilded wood paneling, a painted ceiling, deep velvet sofas, a fireplace. I am running out of adjectives, and I have only been in first class for a few hours. Everything in this room is what money looks like when it has had enough time to become taste. And down below, my cabin has bunk beds with thin blankets. Chamber. Well, turns out first-class marble is exactly as slippery as third-class metal stairs. Nodded. The grand staircase, 60 feet tall, 6 decks. Glass dome 30 feet across, carved oak, rent iron, gilded bronze, and a clock on the landing that says honor and glory crowning time. I have been standing here for a while. I cannot help it. It is the most beautiful room I have ever been in. It is the evening of April 14th. I am at dinner in the first-class dining saloon. This is a 10-course meal, and in approximately 4 hours and 40 minutes, this ship is going to hit an iceberg, and everyone in this room is eating dinner, and they do not know. And the food is extraordinary, and I cannot finish it. I need to get back to my cabin. The iceberg is not far off now, and I really do not want to be up here in this dress when it happens. The corridors are already quieter than they were this morning. Everyone is turning in for the night. They have no idea. I'm not scared, exactly. I just know something this room doesn't, and I would rather be down there when it happens in my own clothes. I'm almost there. I told you to hold on to the 6 warnings. The last one came in at 10:55 tonight. It was not passed to the bridge. The ship hits the iceberg in 45 minutes. Something just happened. I felt it through the hull. A shudder, a grinding vibration. It lasted about 10 seconds. The engines have stopped. I can feel it. The thug is gone. It is 11:40 p.m. I know exactly what that means. The iceberg was to the right of us as we passed. Starboard side. I need to find Ino. There it is. It is already behind us. We have already passed it. It grazed the starboard side for approximately 300 feet. It opens 6 of the ship's watertight compartments. She can survive 4. She cannot survive 6. The mathematics of that is already done. The officers know. You can see it. They have taken soundings. They know how fast the compartments are flooding. Thomas Andrews, the ship's designer, is on board. He calculated the flooding rate. He told the captain within 30 minutes that the ship has approximately 2 hours. It is currently 12:15 a.m. The ship sinks at approximately 2:20 a.m. I need to get Ina to a lifeboat.
I heard it. I am ready.
I found Ina. She was already dressed. She had her bag. We are going up. Third-class passengers are going to have enormous difficulty reaching the lifeboats. The survival rate for third class is going to be about 25%. Not tonight. Not her. The band is playing. Wallace Hartley, the bandmaster, has his 8 musicians out here on the open deck in this cold while the lifeboats are being loaded. All 8 of them are going to die tonight, and they know the ship is sinking and they are playing. I don't have anything to add to that. Lifeboat 13, it is 1:35 a.m. We are almost there. I know, stay with me, we are there. She is in the boat. And so am I. The lights are still on. The bow is under, the stern is rising. The engineers stayed in the boiler rooms to keep the generators running so the lights would stay on. All of the engineers died. The band played until nearly the end, and a woman beside me has held my arm without saying a word since we hit the water. That light is the RMS Caravan. She picked up the Titanic's distress signal at 12:15 a.m. and immediately turned around. She pushed her engines past their rated limit and drove through the same ice field at 17 knots. To get here, her captain risked his ship to get here. And she is here. 1,517 people died. 710 survived. After this, every ship must carry lifeboats for every person aboard. Wireless operators must keep a 24-hour watch. The International Ice Patrol was created. The Titanic changed maritime law permanently. And 1,517 people paid for that with their lives. I looked for Ina on this deck, and I found her. She is sitting right there, wrapped in a blanket. She made it. She is going to Boston. She is going to be a seamstress, and she is going to have her geranium. The Polaroid from the stars last night is in my pocket, and it is going right in the middle of that board when I get home. In memory of the people who lost their lives last night, it's time to go back. That's it. That's the whole trip. Southampton to the middle of the North Atlantic and back to right here in this room, in memory of the people who lost their lives on the Titanic in 1912. Thank you for watching this whole thing with me. It mattered that you were here for it. I will see you on the next one.